What's the story, everybody? Team Chainblock here with yet another deck profile. We're aiming for consistent uploads, and today we have one of the most iconic archetypes in the Yu-Gi-Oh! It's fair to say. It's really popular. Give us some more support. What is it?
It's 6 Samurai.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Not very wrong, but you...
It's fun.
Yeah, I like it.
It's fun. But let's get going.
Alright, so start off with your best normal summon in the deck. 3-egg
Kageki.
Kaligeki. Basically, full egg combo is like two like warrior monsters.
Yeah.
See how they look like an extender. If you normal summon it, get to touch summon, see him that level.
Yeah, he special summons a samurai on summon. Like, he is your best.
He's your best normal summon. You would want to see him.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, your normal summoning someone off him. You'll see the next card. Most of these cards, they play with each other. What's coming next? The best special summon.
The best monster in the deck.
It's
The best monster in the deck is Kizan.
Kizan.
If you have a 6 samurai monster, special summon him. It's not a once per turn.
Yeah.
He is a counter magnet. He just specials counter.
And this, like, 6 samurais are old. Most of this stuff, and the reason why the deck still works, he's not once per turn.
Not once per turn. Most of it is aren't once per turn, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Next, it's a bit controversial on ratios.
Oh, we're playing 3.
I'm playing 3 Grandmaster because he is a great extender. See, if you have a 6 samurai, special summon him.
You want to see him.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, but you want to see him. You can only have one on field at all times, but that's not too much of an issue, because he is just such a good extender. Next, we play 2
Hatsume.
Hatsume, I don't know how to say.
They're Japanese cards.
I won't lie. I would love to run one of these, but I see it in my hand too often, and you need it in deck.
That's fair.
Because it is such a good target.
It's a Garnet.
For his own. You can just. It's just so.
It's
just so
card.
good. It's a good extender.
I think.
I would love to run one. I can't.
Yeah, it's just luck. It's unnecessary. Hatsume is one of the most. I think it's one of the newest 6 samurai cards we've got. They haven't updated the cards in a while. I think it's from It's from one of the Spirit Warriors.
Yeah, Spirit Warriors.
Spirit Warriors.
Very nice.
And then here it is.
The 2 main attractions, Shinai and Mizuho. With these 2, you can make an infinite
loop.
Counter loop.
We are going to time on this.
Which you can stall for time. I don't recommend it.
Yeah. I'm
not going to get banned for this, hopefully.
Yeah.
No, but it's mainly to just get infinite counters, so you can just make either seeing a
it generates infinite resources.
Infinite resources. It can work with like the Ftk, which I will show you very soon.
Most of the time, if you're playing 6 samurais and you get the loop set up, most players that are nice will just say, yeah, I'm going to loop this however so many times so you don't have to sit there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, I don't want to sit there and do it for like 30 minutes. So next is 2 Kizaru. I was using 3, but I just found it to be just...
Yeah.
It never came up enough. Like, it is the best summon off of a Kageki. Searches so much. He searches so much. The best search I find from usually is your legendary secret of the 6 samurai.
Yeah.
Because he is the only dark monster that the only dark 6 samurai that you run.
He's a definite only one of, I'd say.
And then if you summon Hatsume, free summon and extends. Amazing. Now we play 1 Filament. It is a tuner, a level 1. It's not the best tuner in the deck, I feel. We're like Halcon. It's just not very consistent. It's not very good.
Yeah.
But
it is searchable.
It is an option, exactly. It's a searchable option. But I personally like Shien Monkey, as I call him.
Yeah.
Shien Monkey. You can summon it.
The square.
You can summon it off of Shien's Dojo. When it's engraved, just summon it right back.
He enables you to go into some very interesting extra deck monsters.
Crazy extra deck monsters. And for the fun part of the deck, Amazoness Archer. Because FTK is fun.
Yeah.
And there's not many like FTKs around.
Yeah, as we said, you're looping.
Exactly.
If your opponent is smart and they don't have an out, if they see this and this, they should just be like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's game.
It's game.
Like if you have
Yeah.
the infinite loop and then you manage to get this on
Just
board,
say to them, are you out on this? Do I have to sit here for 30 minutes?
Yeah. Literally.
Right.
Now that's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, which this is where it gets really
Searching.
fun. Searching with Shien's smoke signal at 3 because you want to see your Kalageki. If you have it in hand, it can search the Hatsume.
Yeah.
It can search the Mizuho,
Like,
search the Shinai,
As,
it can
as,
search everything.
as we said, Six Samurai is one of the oldest and most loved archetype. They have had support for like the last 15 years.
Yeah, but it's a shame that, you know, Gateway's at 1 still, but
That's always been a one. There's a reason.
yeah, a very fair reason, but I'd love if it came back. Shien's Dojo, this card is nuts. It carries counters, it carries as many counters, has no limits on it, and then it just summons from a deck.
Yeah, as we've said,
Nuts.
we've mentioned the loop. What you're looping with is
Exactly,
counters.
yeah.
You're getting stuff into your hands that you can put counters on essentially,
Yeah.
and that's what you're using to keep going.
Like literally, the aim of this deck is to put as many counters on board,
Yeah.
and then just
This is a perfect example. This card is an amazing.
Oh, sorry.
It's an
Yeah,
amazing
Six Samurai.
continuous spell. That it's a draw too when you summon.
It's draw 2, but
That's not what we're using it for.
the only issue I have with it is that see a max is out. At
It's a
2
max
counters,
2, yeah.
But even them 2 counters early on in the combo makes a whole world.
This is like your worst counter
And-
collector.
And it is a pot of greed.
Yeah.
It's
But
see
it
a pot
does.
of greed, not a once per turn.
It does
So-
go. It does go when you pedigree it
Yeah,
down.
exactly. It's a good way to like find the Amazoness Archer.
Yeah.
Now we move
Some
on
one-offs.
to the one-offs. I will do the best card in the entire deck.
Yeah.
One of the best cards in the game, I feel, for like an archetype gateway of the 6 Samurai.
This card will never not be at 1. It's never going to be more than 1.
At 2, please.
It's
Please, at
never.
2. It's honestly,
It's
one
one of
the
the-
most busted cards I've ever read.
It's
in
one
my
of the
life.
most broken archetypes cards ever released.
Not once per turn, searches,
Yeah.
can special Shien monsters. That's why you have the Shien
Yeah.
monkey, and it can literally give a 6 samurai monster.
It's what-
see an infinite attack.
It's what the deck revolves
Yeah,
around.
exactly. And another counter grab. I'm not sure how I feel about in the deck yet, but it's come up
It's okay at 1.
10 bubble at the 6 at
Yeah.
1. It's only there for a counter grab.
Mainly because I think it can hold infinity.
Exactly.
You can hold as many
It's-
counters as possible.
It's just a counter grab. Now I'll do this entire package in one.
Yeah.
We will go with the bamboo engine. Cursed bamboo, 2 golden,
golden.
and 1 broken. Mainly because they are, equip spells.
Equip spells are important.
Draw spells, it
Yeah.
finds the Amazoness Archer, or like it can find the Kazan,
Yeah.
or the Grandmaster. It's just a good engine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I honestly,
And-
I don't think you should really you need many other equip
Yeah.
spells in this.
And as we said, equip spells are important. You'll find out in a second.
Exactly. We have DDR. This actually comes up because Hatsume will like see and banish for like cost.
Yeah.
And then if you don't use the you don't send that off
There will become a point where you have to banish a 6 samurai monster, and that's just a great card to get it back.
And Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade. If you're using a quick card,
You have to.
You kind of need
There's
it.
a reason this card was
Yeah,
banned.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
You know. And
Wrote it.
wrote it.
Because
It's wrote it.
we're warriors. Yeah.
Warriors wrote it.
And then-
obviously Cowboy,
This is
because
it.
you can't.
This is Sean's first deck profile, and if anyone who's watched, it's in every deck profile.
It's in every.
It's in every deck profile. Has to be.
And now we will move on to
The extra deck.
the extra deck, which is my favourite part of it.
Yeah.
My favourite.
This is what you're looping. This is your end goal. This is what you're going
We'll
towards.
start off with the XZs. I only play 3. A
Yeah.
Abyss Dweller, because
It's a Bistler.
it's a Abyss Dweller. It's like
Yeah.
the best XZs
It-
in
it's-
the
it-
game right now.
Your 2022 your graveyard is literally like a second hand nowadays,
exactly.
and that just turns it off.
You have your Shadow of the 6 Samurai Shien. He is a counter grab. That's
Yeah.
literally it.
You recycle them.
And then you have the Divine Arsenal Zeus sometimes comes up, but like
Yeah.
you never really like the game never really goes
It's
on
Zeus.
long
If you
enough
can
for-
play a Zeus, you play a Zeus.
Yeah, exactly. Now we go with not one but two.
Yeah. Battle Shogun.
With the Six Samurai.
I think this might be the most recently released Six Samurai card.
This is the most recently released, and this is what the deck actually needed so badly because it searches gateway.
Yeah.
It is the only gateway searcher.
It searches their most broken card.
Exactly. Like, if it's that one, yeah. At least
And you
searcher.
need at least two. You're usually going through the first one.
And now you have double Saryuja,
Saryuja.
Skull Dread,
Yeah.
searches, not like searches, but special
Yeah.
summons from hand,
Yeah.
which is always nice.
Saryuja has the effects depend on however many monsters that are on the field, and like we said, with the Infinity Loop, you can get the most out of this card.
Exactly, like it draws now.
Yeah.
It helps find the Amazoness Archer, and it helps special summon
Yeah,
the
like
Amazoness Archer.
it's probably like what other deck is going through two Saryuja, and
Yeah.
this usually will.
Like this is the most. I think this is the most important. Like this is not the most important, but one of the most important. cards
It's probably
in the
second
deck.
to Battle Shogun
Yeah,
in the extra deck.
honestly, the IP Masquerade, it's always good to have.
Yeah, you'll get that out
It's
after
IP.
you're done looping.
Yeah, exactly. Apollosa, because you can get an Apollosa for like 4 and not have to worry about a thing.
Yeah, you
because
can-
You just recycle so much.
You're just getting monsters back. You can get into any big boss monsters usually.
And the most important link
This is
card
what the equipped spells are for.
is old. This card, if you're running warrior decks, you tend to run this
Yeah.
because it's the most.
It's
busted
a second
warrior.
rota for your starter.
It's so good, honestly. Now into some fun cards.
Yeah,
Legendary Six Samurai Shien.
you have to play him.
He is a soft once per turn spell and trap neck.
Yeah,
So good, especially in this format.
especially nowadays. Like, yeah, great.
Herald of Archetypes, just so easy to make, same as Shien.
Yeah.
And since it's a number that you can keep on recycling, Shien is easy to make. Now, Nat Beast.
Yeah, this is what
In
you're
this
going
form-
into with this guy.
In this format, Nat Beast genuinely believe
Broken.
so good. Steve.
Broken.
It is a game winner. It's a game winner. alone.
It turns off spells.
Like literally.
Yeah.
And just cause I can,
Trish.
Trish left.
Yeah, again, Trish was limited to one up until very recently. There was a reason. It's a broken card.
It's and with this deck, I might put in 2 more because I love
Yeah.
looping hands.
That's what I mean.
And it's easy to do.
I've seen some decks they play the level 6 Nat Beast that turns off traps just
Exactly,
because they
yeah,
can.
Exactly,
Right.
So flexible.
This is your. You can play what you want to this. As we said, it's Six Samurai. It loops. You can play what you want. If you ever play against a deck like this, just be nice when your opponent says, "I'm looping." Just let them go through it. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned and keep an eye on the channel. We'll have more stuff. Like, subscribe, check the links in the description, and see you.
See it.